What's up, everybody? It's a spicy juggalo here, and I've got somebody very special on the table tonight. If you don't know, now you know, everybody. It's Max Gaborio, the founder, the maker of your favorite ammo box sauces. And he's right here, live, right in front of me. Well, not literally, he's on the screen and stuff. And then, it goes. But anyway, all the way from the West Coast on an island of Canada. And that's just crazy to me because, I'm 40 something years old. And to me, being able to talk to somebody that far away on a video is just crazy. Now, you young kids think, oh, well, that's just normal everything. But if we wanted to do anything like this before, we actually had to like travel to meet, or we had to, send postcards or something. So this is really cool. Max, welcome to my table, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Now, I got to know you through your sauces, things that I seen online, always posting your sauces, this and that. And then one day you talked to me, and one day we got together and I ordered some sauces from you, and you sent me this collection of beautiful sauces. And
Thanks, man.
Just not only were they beautiful, they're delicious. I haven't tried them all yet, but they're delicious. But they're also the range of colors. I mean, they go from green, your camo, right? That green, was that?
Yeah.
What kind of sauce is that? Is that a Verity or something, or?
Well, no, it's just a traditional Mexican. It's all peppers.
Mhm.
It's roasted jalapeno and poblano, and
Mhm.
then with garlic and onion.
Yeah.
And then during the blending process, I throw in some fresh lime with the zest and everything, and it's just pulverized all together.
And
So you get the
I can't wait for the white sauce too. Though I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
tear gas.
Tear gas, yes, because I'm a big roast beef fan, and man, I just want that on roast
Mhm.
beef. I want to make some roast beef. I want to pour all that
That's
on
the
there. Mm.
That's my most popular sauce at the moment.
Oh, that is. Do most people buy it for roast beef, or what? Why do most people buy the napalm or the tear gas? I'm sorry.
Uh, it's very versatile. If you're a horseradish fan, you
Mhm.
can do from drinks and sandwiches. It's been used with grilled steak or even like fresh cut, sandwich meat. And I mean, it's if you like horseradish, it's like a no-brainer. It's a nice blend of horseradish with fresh ginger and some habanero. I added to that some white. The idea was to go as white as I could, so every
Yeah.
ingredient is white. So I have white onion and I have garlic as well. The only
How
one that
how
didn't make it.
how hard was it to keep everything white when you're having to use super hot peppers and things like that? Like, how hard is it to keep something one color that you want?
Well, it's actually if you use hold on, I got a bottle that's not with a label, so we can see all of it. So if you use a white ingredient and you preserve that color, it'll never change.
Hmm.
But also by just using pigmentations, that I tried and it worked out. I mean, like I'm no
Right.
like crazy brainiac about that. I just try, but the main body, the main ingredient is white and preserved to begin with because I use prepared horseradish.
Nice. Nice.
So that the main body is already from the start. Although I do add, my vinegar and all that, you
Hmm.
know, uh, it's all in there. But the only one, that you can see some little speckles of orange That's the habanero. That's I don't have access to white habaneros,
Yeah,
so uh,
yeah,
but
that's
you
yeah.
know, at some point something's gotta give. But originally, this sauce was gonna be a ghost pepper sauce.
Hmm.
I want and it's just the only reason it didn't happen is that the crop died,
Yeah.
and so we fell back on habanero, and people uh, just look at lately on my Instagram. I posted a few pictures of customers and friends that send
Mhm.
me pictures or
Oh,
tag me.
cool.
I just you know put in the story of the day. I
Yeah.
don't post very often, so when people feed me pictures, I just share it automatically. You know, I'm not great with technology, so I've learned to do that. So it helps.
Yeah. Now, we talked before about English is your second language, and you were
Yeah.
kind of forced into learning English through joining the military in Canada. Can you kind of explain to people a little bit about your background in that kind of nature?
Well, I'm a Canadian Army veteran. I served for 13 years. I was medically released in 2014. I deployed in Afghanistan in 2006. I have spent 9 months there. It was my first tour as well. Uh, we took over from the American troops and we assumed command of the base. Well, yeah, of the base, except that it's still it remains an American
Mhm.
base,
Yeah.
but for the command portion of it, we took over for that time being. And so I spent all that time there, and then they sent me to the West Coast, where I retired about 6, 7 years ago.
Hmm.
And shortly after, I started making hot sauce.
Where
And
were you first introduced to hot peppers?
the army,
In the army? Yeah.
yeah, well, our food sucked. So, you know, even if it's Tabasco or, first off, I had zero knowledge on hot sauce,
Mhm.
peppers, or any of that. So, just like Joe that goes at the grocery store that doesn't know the difference in any of that, then grabs some franks and he's happy with that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a great product if you know how to use it.
Hmm.
But for once you get into my types of sauces, which are completely different style altogether, I spent some time to try to learn by talking with people like you're in Virginia. For you guys, it's like a second nature, like North Carolina and all people that eat spicier on average.
Yeah.
Uh, well, I'm French Canadian, and we don't eat spicy by nature, traditionally speaking.
The more
So
savory stuff and things like
yeah, it's hearty food, and
that.
it's for hard labor logging and
Hmm.
agriculture and all that, like back in the day, because uh, Quebec is, I wouldn't say, because I can't remember since my injury, but uh, it's one of the oldest provinces in Canada.
Hmm. So when
I
you
think
came back home and you started to do stuff with hot peppers, did people think you were bat whatever crazy? I mean, did they
no,
take it
no,
well or?
actually, one of my good friends is a chef, and he's also a hothead,
Uh-huh.
so chili head, and so in the beginning, he helped me quite a bit on balancing my sauces because
Hmm.
I don't have a good palate. I have an army palate, you know.
Yeah.
So by now, I'm better at, but I still can't differentiate the proportions of vinegar, sometimes with another flavor, or the delicate stuff that I just don't have that yet. So still, I should say, but uh, I've learned to trust my palate.
Mhm.
So it's by trial and error a little bit, but so far I've batted pretty good.
Do you have a lot of people in your area that have taken to the hot stuff, or is it still like something you
Yeah,
really
I
have to
started a
outsource?
few people. Yeah, I started a few people. They started with camo, which is
Mhm.
my mildest. Some people will say there's no heat whatsoever, but for somebody that doesn't do any heat, it's hot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, or, tingly, or, it's not going to kill them, but, you know, they get to appreciate and be introduced properly to the hot sauce world. And I have a customer, he started there, and I worked him up, he eat the same sauce for a while. And then he's like, hey, you know what? I'm ready for the next step, and he started, I think, with my cayenne. He's one of my oldest customer. And then we moved to the jalapeno,
Mhm.
and then we moved to the habanero, and I walked him all the way to Carolina Reaper.
Now, the Ammo Box brand is definitely an ode to your military service.
Yeah.
Now, how proud of you are of the brand itself, and what does it mean to you to have a brand that represents your military service?
I don't know. That's a very good and hard question to answer, to be honest with you. Uh, when I started looking into like logos and what could be,
Mhm.
and even at that time, like the name was not even chosen yet.
Mhm.
It didn't came up with anything.
By the way, it's a really
So,
cool name. It's a really
oh,
cool
thank you. But you're gonna laugh when I tell you the how it came about,
Yeah.
because it's ridiculous. So, uh, long story short, uh, back in the day, I was following I still do, but Black Rifle Coffee Company, and they're all skit videos and things like that. If you've never seen it, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Uh, there are a bunch of operators, rangers, all kinds of, elite guys that are just like not
Right.
taking themselves seriously. It's just watch it. You'll thank me later. Anyhow, long story short, it's a coffee company, and on their webpage and the stuff you can order, the Curry cup comes into a cardboard ammo can.
Mm.
So I'm like, an ammo can. I was standing in Afghanistan. I was standing on a grenade crate. They made me think of that. I'm like, yeah, well, that doesn't sound good. But I'm like, ammo can. But at the time, in my head, it's not can that came out.
Right.
It was an ammo box. I
Nice.
like, oh, ammo box. I like that. And that's why the I that's how it came about, really. Like, it's no like anything like crazy marketing or anything.
That's a cool idea. Sometimes simplicity and just a nice idea comes off and it works.
Well, that's funny you say that, because before my current label, I started with just like a button,
Hmm.
and my goal was to actually have the product speak for itself and just have a minimalistic
Hmm.
uh, label.
Hmm.
But then I discovered from being asked a million different questions, and also I moved away from business cards. So I included on my bottles as much information as I could. I still
Yeah.
could probably do a better job on refining a few things, but I mean, I'm quite happy with it. And I still remain with the simplicity. Soldiers were simple people.
Yeah.
We don't live in luxury, and it's mostly in the dirt half the time. or the
How,
mud or
how has
the
your
snow.
sauces how has your sauces been received here in the States? I know you have a
Uh,
large fan base on Chase and Capsaicin and Sons of Fire and stuff. A lot of people talk about your sauces. I'm sure they buy them from you and stuff, and you trade and stuff with people here. How big has it been for you here in the States?
uh, I I can't tell you like uh, the way you phrase the question. Sorry, I'm having a brain moment.
That's okay.
But what I'm get it's been quite popular. I managed to touch coast to coast,
Nice.
a few states in between,
Yeah.
uh, Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina. I know for sure. I did Nevada, Arizona, California, Texas. I
Wow.
got
Yeah.
Texas.
Nice.
Uh, I that's the ones that populate that are like fairly fresh that I can remember. And I got some more going. I got Dustin's getting a bottle, Colby's getting a set. Uh, Annie, the spicy teacher, she's getting a set as well. And Jeff Davis as well, another son's getting. He placed an order.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
I don't advertise. Uh, I I'm
I don't think you need to. I think word of mouth is getting around, man.
but that's pretty much. I'm very old school.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did push in the past. I did, uh, comment very often on different groups and things like that. But I'm disabled, and that's very taxing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
uh, I still go look in the groups, but what the post you see, one of the posts you see the most is, "Hey, I'm looking for a sauce. What are your recommendations?" And uh, I'm friends with many, many, many makers, both sides of the border,
Mhm.
and I mean, you know, you want to put your product out there, but it's also time consuming,
Oh yeah.
and for me, it's just difficult. So at some point, I just said, you know what? I need to remain small anyway, so I can manage my own business. And
Yeah.
I'm at the artisan level, like I prefer create a good product in small quantities. You know,
Now,
that's it.
now,
Like
do you
quality.
enjoy hot peppers in other ways other than just making your sauces? Do you enjoy challenges, or do you enjoy just eating pods, or any weird stuff like that? Maybe.
No, actually, I'm pretty basic when it comes to. Uh, I did eat a ghost pepper raw uh, a few years ago. Uh, I did much better than the young cook on the line because I started in a kitchen of a restaurant,
Uh,
and I challenged one of the young guys to eat one, and he had to be excused for about 20 minutes. And yeah, he made it, like he didn't puke or anything, but
okay.
he had severe cramps and the
Oh
whole nine
yeah.
yard. Meanwhile, for me it was really hot, but I also eat my own product,
Yeah.
so I'm fairly new in buying other people's sauces,
Hmm.
uh, because I'm very particular with usually what I eat,
Hmm.
and that's why my product is made a certain way.
Hmm.
I don't use preservatives. There's no additives. It's as clean as you clean can be.
Are you
And
growing your own peppers right now, or no?
no, I don't even. I I
Yeah.
used to, but I suck. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm
So,
a newbie to the growing myself, so I get it.
but it's also, like it's much colder than where you live,
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
here, and I grow in a greenhouse, and I'm in one of the warmest place in Canada on
Mm.
year round. Like we get snow, but we don't get snow.
Yeah.
where in the valley where I live. So it's kind of interesting climate. I literally live in the ocean. Like it's a almost 2 hour boat, the ferry to get to the mainland. Uh, I mean, it's an awesome place, but it still require a greenhouse and the whole setup and everything. And it's also a big learning curve. I've never grown hot peppers before, and at some point the labor was just too heavy for the yield, and I just gave my backyard back to my wife, which
Oh,
she was
there you
quite
go.
happy about.
She was. Does she like the hot, spicy stuff or no?
She does eat from time to time, but she's much on a napalm down
Yeah.
versus the other side.
Well, now where you're at, you're on an island off the coast of Canada. Is there a lot of like fisheries? Like I
Oh
know
yeah,
that,
huge, huge. Seafood is huge. Yeah.
yeah. Do you get a lot of like weird foods from like Scandinavia and stuff? Because I know like a lot of the Norwegian people come fish there. A lot of families, like you watch Deadliest Catch or whatever, all these
Oh
Norwegian
yeah, but
families,
that's
Scandinavian
Alaska.
families. Yeah. But they fish off those waters still. So I imagine it's part of Canada too. I imagine they come up there to fish as well, right?
Probably, dude. I know we have a lot of visitors from the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and a lot of places. There's a lot of Dutch
Oh,
that
okay.
can be seen to facilitate on the island. More on the west coast. I'm
Have you
on the
tried any
east coast.
have you tried any weird foods from the like those kind of nationalities there? Like that we wouldn't normally see here in the
Uh,
States or anything?
when I did a trek ages ago, like I used to have hair, uh, when I around my 18 years, 19 years old, I did a trip in France, and one of my weirdest thing I've ever ate was tripe soup.
I've never even heard of it.
That's the intestine.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know about
French
that.
people, man. But it was quite delicious. But yeah. Uh, other than that, uh, haggis.
Mm.
I tried that. It's actually really good. I wouldn't like stuff my face with it,
So
but
I've heard. So I've heard.
you know, uh, for the what did I try? I tried jerky, alligator,
Wow.
kangaroo jerky.
Kangaroo.
Um, I'm not sure. Yeah, I've tried a lot. Stuffed shell crab. If you've never
Does
had
does
that,
kangaroo jerky come in a pouch?
yeah, it jumped right off the rack, man.
It does. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, Max. I'm about to drink some napalm. I
All right,
haven't
dude.
I haven't tried the napalm. I did try your sniper earlier, and it was delicious.
So
It was
before
delicious.
you do that,
Hmm.
uh, napalm is the base of sniper.
Okay. Okay. I got
So it's the exact same flavor, but
you. Hmm.
a lot less heat than sniper.
Well, as we talked
So,
before, somebody wanted to take the sniper home with them, so I gave away the sniper. But
yep.
now I'm gonna take a nice little chug of the napalm because this might be maybe my next wing sauce. I'm thinking of
Oh,
smoking some.
excellent wing sauce,
I'm
dude.
thinking of
Like,
smoking up some wings this week. So
oh, dude, with smoke, and you already have smoke, a light smoke from the chipotle in it. That awesome,
all
man.
right, down we go. Oh, that smoke flavor comes through real quick. That is good. That's yummy. That is that is a really good wing sauce right there. This would be good for tacos too, like with
Oh
chorizo.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I eat it on tacos, burritos. But anything you want, really. I have it on eggs
That is
Benny. I have
that's
name it.
tremendous, dude. That is tremendous. That'd be I'm thinking chorizo tacos with this.
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know one that yeah you probably will never think of,
What's that?
Caesar.
Caesar salad?
No, well, yeah, if you want, but a Caesar drink.
Oh, I don't even know what a Caesar drink is. What is a Caesar drink?
Really?
No,
Oh, dude,
I have no clue, dude. I have no clue.
it's no worries. Here you get it, clamato juice. You
Oh,
buy a Caesar, anyhow. It's clam juice
uh-huh.
with tomato,
Right,
whatever juice, and a bunch of spices and mix and whatnot. And by tradition, you put hot sauce in it.
right.
And I have a few mixologist friend. That's what they use, when they need to add something in their drink.
Or a Bloody
I
Mary,
can't remember.
even a spicy Bloody Mary.
Yeah, yeah, but similar to a Bloody Mary with
Yeah.
clam juice.
Okay. I never heard it called that. That's new to me. So I've heard of
Hey, no
clamato,
worries, man.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
but
very
clamato, here it's called a Caesar, and
yeah.
it can be dressed in every which way, crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But on wings, that sauce can be dangerous.
Uh,
Uh, and I'll tell you why. It's nothing crazy. She's a builder, so after a pound, usually, like I'm good. I'll have a good burn, and it's gonna
yeah.
be solid. But I still in public. I don't want to start,
Yeah.
open. But and I eat that's the one of the sauces I eat the most, and it's still from you have enough day or whatever, and you eat that and just like, hey, I got you, and you're just paying for it, you know. But
I got to make sure I save myself some for the wings, though. That is
you
good.
can always turn it into a buffalo, add some butter to it, and
Well, I got to say, I'm a guy who likes to drink sauces. I'm one of those weird people. Like if I have a good
hey
barbecue
man,
sauce or something, I'll drink sips of it from time to time instead of just putting it on food. I'll just drink. And
hey,
I do
why
the same
not?
with hot sauce. So,
uh, Last winter, like to keep my immune system up, I was taking a teaspoon of tear gas, with the ginger and the garlic and the onions. It
nice.
really helps perk your metabolism up. And
Mhm.
I'm never gonna say it's gonna prevent anything, but it sure it's
Yeah,
not gonna, you know.
sure
Uh,
can't hurt.
yeah, exactly. That's the word.
Well, Max, thank you so much for being on my table today. It's been an absolute pleasure to finally get to talk to you and to get other people to hear you and to learn more about you. And that's what this is all about, brother. So I got to say thank you. I'm sure everybody. Oh, and let's bring that up. Let's bring up your new creation before we go here. Tell everybody what that is. That we got to get
Yeah, I
that.
realized we forgot about it.
We forgot about it.
So
Let's get that out there.
that's my new sauce. Uh, Hold on. There you go. Wacha. So Wacha in Korean stands for rocket launcher, which
Oh,
is a medieval piece that was either 100 or 200 rockets, arrows, whatever, that were shot at the enemy.
nice.
So I just thought it was quite fitting. It's a Korean sauce. It's a yang yum sauce with scorpion pepper. I
Yum yum is so
uh,
good.
Yeah, to people that don't know what a yum yum sauce is, it's traditionally served on fried chicken.
Yeah,
There's the red sauce on the fried chicken. So, but by nature, it's not hot like I made.
yeah.
It's a base with gochujang.
Hmm.
So, what I did with mine, it's the same recipe, except I added gochugaru to it. So there's little speckles of flakes, which is gochujang, but in the flake version.
Hmm.
It's what they use to make the fermented paste.
Nice.
So Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then so that I designed that one to be more towards the hotter side of the fans, because the medium, I have four different sauces for the medium crowd. So we have the one for the beginners, and I'll keep it at that for that one. But then we have four medium sauces, So we already talked about tear gas. You just tried napalm, and then there's Pioneer. We talked about the other day. Uh, so lots of choice. So I realized that I'm getting a crowd that wants hotter.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to please. So this one will sit just above Spec Ops, which is my ghost pepper sauce, my Caribbean pepper sauce. So but just below Sniper. So which is my hottest, my
All right.
Carolina
Well,
Reaper.
before we sign out, tell everybody where to go to place their orders.
Okay, well, you just send me a message on Facebook, at Ammo Box Hot Sauce, or through Instagram, either or just shoot me a message. That's as simple as that. And for the guys in the US, I have learned that the way we do it up here doesn't work the way you guys do it. So I have PayPal.
Okay.
And just to simplify, I know there's some new other system that's also used, but I don't have that.
I keep it
So
simple too. PayPal or credit card. That's how I go. So
you know, uh, it's that simple. You send me a message, you tell me what you want. I'm a small guy. Like I don't keep stock, so my stuff is as fresh as it can be.
yeah.
And sometimes I don't have something in stock, so I might be delayed a couple of days, or it might take me a little longer because life. I'm retired and I have brain injury, so I have some ups and downs. But if something happened, I'm always very upfront to let the person, hey, I need a couple more days, like shit happened.
Well, I'm
So,
sure
but
there are people. I'm sure there are people out there like me who have a nice collection of your sauces, but don't have the new one yet. And so, if we want to get the
no.
new, you got to get a hold of Max right now and get that new before it's gone. Everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks, man, for having me, and it was awesome, man.
All right, man. We will talk again soon. Thank you so much for being on my table tonight, and it's been a pleasure, brother.
All right, you take care. See you
All right,
soon.
man. See you.